Hey there, my name is Nadernejad and I make videos for international students coming to Halifax. And I'm going to teach you today how to dress for winter, like I'm your dad, which is kind of weird. Yeah, I'm going to be your YouTube dad / mom today, and I'm going to teach you exactly how you should be dressing for winters in Halifax. And no, you can't just watch any winter video and think it's going to apply to Halifax, because dressing for Halifax is not the same as dressing for Toronto. It is not the same as dressing for Hawaii. It is very different. Hawaii's warm. But anyway, this is how you do it. First of all, when you come into Halifax, you need to take some factors into account. Often damp. No, not as damp as some parts in Canada. It can be a dry or cold, but it is very damp generally. Wind. Wind is high. Also, exposure to your face and your extremities. The wind blows fast. Fast, cold wind blowing on parts of your body makes it blister and fall off. Now, I'm exaggerating. That's not going to happen to you in Halifax unless you're standing outside naked or you're really messed up. It's not that cold. But you're going to need to understand that the wind, your cold air is going to get blown underneath your clothes. It's going to get blown onto your face. It's going to get blown onto your hands. You need to cover up. Wear things that are insulated. So that doesn't mean wear a really, really thick jacket on the outside. You actually want to layer up. So wear like a vest, then put a sweater on top, then put a jacket on top, and then put like a winter coat on top of that, and then put a scarf around your neck, and then wear gloves. That's a good idea. If your fingers are still cold, wear 2 pairs of gloves so that you have that insulation. But how do you dress? What should you pack? I have what you should pack in another video. In fact, I have about 320 videos just about, Halifax topics. Some of them are random, but those are all videos that are meant to help you. Specifically, what should you pack? What should you wear? Each time you go outside, you want to get the temperature. I use Alexa to get the temperature. Alexa, what's the temperature outside?
Right now, it's -9 degrees.
Right now, it's -9 degrees.
Expect a low of -9 degrees.
Expect a low of -9. Okay, that's really freaking cold. It's not like cold where you're going to go outside and die, but it's cold where if I stand out there for 5 minutes without gloves, my fingers will begin to go numb within minutes. So, I'm really used to Canadian winter, so I tend not to wear gloves. I stick them in my pockets. I go where I'm going fast. I don't feel like I'm shivering. But if you're coming from another country, and if you're smarter than me, because I should be wearing warmer clothes, then you should put on gloves. You want to insulate. That is the #1 thing. But you don't want to sweat like crazy, okay? So don't bundle up and go overkill. It's 9 degrees. I do not need to wear 10 layers, but wearing 3 or 4 layers could be a good idea. I'm comfortable with 2 or 3. You will get used to your area, like how comfortable you are wearing those clothes. But here's what I recommend. Undershirts, like vests. I don't wear them, I find them uncomfortable. But wearing undershirts or long johns, if you don't know what long johns are, just Google them. Wearing something like that will keep you warm in weather where it's that blistering cold. That fast wind combined with like -8, 9, 10, 11, all the way up to -20. Past -20 it starts to become like pretty deadly if you don't dress up warmly. But it doesn't really hit that cold here in Halifax, but we can drop to -15, -18, maybe -20. So like you want to try to insulate, you want to wear gloves, you want to wear that hat, and these things sound really simple, but people don't really know. I have a video about the weather in Halifax. If you want to look up the weather in Halifax, you can look up pretty much the yearly outlook for the weather in Halifax. So just Google those things, but I want to let you know, #1 thing is insulating. Okay, insulation layers. It's not about wearing big poofy things. Second thing, apart from insulating, you want to make sure that you don't sweat, because if you sweat, the sweat gets cold, it will freeze on you, that will make you sick. That dampness where you stay wet all day is primarily what is going to get you sick. Another thing, when you're going to school in Halifax, keep your immune system high at all times. Wipe down your computer, wipe down your keyboard, wipe down, like, if you can. I'm not very good at this, but if you can do this, do it. Vitamin C, oranges. Like, I'm talking about like sleep. The second you cut your sleep, it's gonna be bad. Don't go near people who are coughing. Common sense things, but go really heavy on it. The second you start to feel drained and tired, don't try to push it more. That's generally where your immune system starts to get weaker. Not every time, obviously, you're not gonna know like that, but generally when you're feeling, oh, I'm freaking tired and drained, I wanna have a nap. Should I have a nap or should I go to the mall and it's like -15? Have a nap. Don't go to the mall, because I've done that. In fact, I did that a couple weeks ago. I got sick. This is the exact situation that happened. So that's what I'm going to recommend you do. Layer up, bundle up. Once you're insulated, you're going to be good. That's how you should dress for Halifax winters. Other places, you don't have to consider the wind very much. We're very close to the ocean, so that's one of the things you need to consider. You need to consider the dampness, and you need to be wrapped up at all times without sweating. All right, enjoy.